Good evening, Los Angeles. Manifold here. I hope everyone's having a phenomenal day today. With COD Next being just yesterday at the time of recording this video, it is October 1st. Happy spoopy season, everybody. I hope everyone has a great October. We saw more gameplay and actual in-game gameplay of Black Ops 7 Zombies. And this gameplay comes from Chopper. If you guys don't know Chopper, very prominent Zombies YouTuber. I will have his link in the description to this video. Thank you for this no commentary gameplay, Chopper. If you ever watch this video, I don't think you will, but thank you for it. With COD Next just being yesterday, we learned a lot more about zombies and Black Ops 7 in general. I won't talk about the multiplayer side of it because Lord knows I wanted a lot more out of it, but you know, to each their own, I'm guessing people are happy, upset about multiplayer as we are over here on zombies. But I just want to talk about the things that I really liked yesterday and the things that, of course, I didn't so much like yesterday when it came to the reveal of zombies at COD Next. So let's jump right in with the positives, of course. The positives: the new map looks great. I'm going to be honest. It's finally so good to see not having another facility map, not having us jump between 3 maps within a mile of Liberty Falls. I think that got a little ridiculous. Seeing Ashes of the Damned and the aesthetic of the Dark Ether, I think is fantastic. The map looks great. There's a lot of neat little things that go into it. I loved Old Tessie. And honestly, I'm liking the art direction so far. I'm really liking the art direction, and I hope that this continues throughout the DLC season, and we see cool maps in the Dark Ether that are, visually distinct from one another, I'll say. Next thing I really liked is new enemies. I didn't see any Manglers. I didn't see any Doppelgasts. I didn't see any Mimics. Finally, these enemies we've been seeing for, 2-3 years now. We finally get a map without them. And I'm hoping this continues. I'm hoping this isn't just like a one-off shoot, and in the next map it's going to be like, well, guess what? The Mangler's back. Guess what? The Mimic is back. Guess what? The Doppelgast is back. Guess what? The Abomination is back. Like, let's just move on from some of these enemies that we've been seeing for so long now, and let's see some fresh enemy designs going. And yeah, I'm happy with what they have so far. The Ravagers look cool. The Zersa, I think, looks insanely cool. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of new enemies we have coming in. Now, for us story nerds, especially, I love the COD Zombie story. I mean, I've been following it since World at War, let's be honest here. Seeing the exfil screen show the house from Black Ops 3 was insane. Like, when I saw that, my jaw did actually drop. Like, I was like, and it said exfil to safe house. Like, the house from Black Ops 3, Dr. Monty's house, is the safe house. That legitimately had me tweaking. Like, I was like, wait, we actually see the house from Black Ops 3, and I'm hoping it goes somewhere. I'm hoping that this isn't going to be like Black Ops 6, that we saw not even a year ago, where we get these things, where we get a mention of Prima Materia, we get a mention of the Sentinel artifact, and then it just leads to, like, nothing, or little to nothing, I'm hoping that we actually go somewhere with it, and that we see something, like, significant story-wise done with it as well. Next thing, the Wonder Vehicle. I think Old Tessie looks really fun to play with. I think the map traversal and whatnot looks fun. Dare I say that word? And I'm looking forward to seeing how the vehicle can be upgraded and how we can bring it along with our, throughout our journey. I'm hoping that we can unlock some crazy upgrades with it. Maybe make it go faster, increase its durability, maybe have more mounted turrets on it as well. I'm hoping that we see some crazy things with it, and I'm hopeful that Treyarch will at least add some something that we haven't seen in any of the trailers before that we can unlock with it. Next thing, of course, this has to do, I know this is more of a controversial topic, but I like seeing new weapons, period. The not having carry forward with the weapons, I think, is fine when it comes to zombies. I do like seeing new guns added into the game. I know there are people that didn't really like that, especially, you know, having to level up all these guns again, having to unlock all the camos for these guns again. I really like that. I legitimately like that. I love the camo grind. I love having new guns to play with, new weapons to, like, see and find and be like, hey, you know, hey, this weapon looks pretty fun to shoot. You know, I'll shoot it. I'm really looking forward to playing with these new weapons when the time does come for Black Ops 7 to drop, and I'm excited to see how they play. The next thing I really liked was the camos. The camos, as you can see here, they tweeted the camos out yesterday for all 16 camos, which is pretty insane. There's 4 mastery camos for campaign, 4 for multiplayer, 4 for zombies, and 4 for Warzone. And the camos always look sick, in my opinion, and the zombies ones here do look really, really cool. Now, of course, Infestation, I would say I liked Nebula, and I liked, I'm trying to remember what the one from MW3 was, but I'm such a sucker for the space theme camos, you know, and I was really hoping it would be a space theme one, but Infestation I still think looks pretty cool as well. And for however long I have the game on Game Pass, maybe I'll try to grind it out. We'll see, but I think the camos looked really, really cool. Last positive that I could think of was no round cap for the beta. Knowing that zombies is in the beta, I think is super cool. And knowing that there's not a round cap, I thought the game would have capped at like round 20, you know, round 30. But Treyarch says theoretically you can go up to round 999. We're going to see how possible that is. We'll see. Maybe the Wonder Weapon is in. Maybe the Wonder Weapon is in the box on farm or for, you know, for the survival map. We'll see. But I'm excited to see how far we can get for the beta and how far we can grind. All right. Here we are with the negatives. I know this is probably why a lot of you guys are here. Not saying you guys are negative Nancy's, but heck, when it comes to a game like this, I like to see if there are people that share my sentiment with the negatives, and there are, of course, because I feel like as a zombies community, we do share a lot of the same opinions. Not that that's a bad thing, but it's because we want to see the mode improve. We want to see, you know, new things added into the mode that are actually going to, you know, cause us to keep coming back. And I feel like for Black Ops 7 this year, that's going to be one of the glaring negatives of this mode. The first negative that I have, of course, this is more just a me thing, I'm guessing, but the game is $70. You know, this is a premium game, you know, titled, produced by Activision and Treyarch, and it's $70 again this year. And I know that's the COD cycle. I know that that's the corporate greed at hand, but paying $70 for a seemingly add-on DLC is just, it's abysmal. And I know that we saw the same thing going from Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3, and I would still say the same thing, that was ridiculous. I didn't buy it full price, thankfully. But seeing, again, we're going from a game that's not really that different from Black Ops 6 to Black Ops 7, and it's $70. And the the next Vault Edition is like $100, and, you know, I think there's like a $120 version, blah, 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 you know. That's ridiculous, and that corporate greed is out of hand, and we need to stop supporting them in this way. I honestly do believe that. I think the game max should be $40, and that's not even just me being, you know, stingy when it comes to it. I understand they're a corporation, but the amount of money they've made off the microtransactions, I'm guessing, is insane, and I'm sure they wouldn't take a loss having it go down to $40. I don't know. I don't know any of the business side of it. All I know is that we're continually being charged $70 for games nowadays, and it's getting ridiculous. And this is not a $70 game in my mind, but that's just me. The next thing that I have on this list, and of course, this is building off that next point, is this is very reminiscent of Black Ops 6. And I saw Milo talking about this. I think I saw Milo and Noah talking about this, is we need a systems update, because every game looking exactly the same is just getting so stale, and it is very hard to justify paying anything above $40 for this game. Now, of course, I'm just talking about zombies. I'm not talking about multiplayer. I'm not talking about campaign. This is just a zombies video, and the same systems being in the game year after year after year after year. We've had the same systems in the game since Cold War, and that's been 5 years now. Like, there's little to no new systems in the game since Cold War. Like, yeah, there's Gobblegum, but other than that, there's armor, there's the rarity system, there's the equipment stands, there's AATs that are, like, legitimately the same. The wands are exactly the same. We've had little to new variants added into these games that I feel make it feel much different from Black Ops 6 or even Cold War. And that seems like something we're going to continue to get throughout this game's life cycle, of course, which stings. You know, I know we have curse mode coming, and maybe that will change a lot of these systems, but I'm not super hopeful for it, unfortunately. Next thing is that HUD. Oh my gosh. I know this is the beta. I know this was just like a beta build, you know, like an early build, and they said that they are going to have unique themings for the HUD, but I'm more scared that it's not going to come until like mid-season 1, or at some point post-launch, or you're going to have to pay for the HUDs. You know, you're going to have to pay for these themes, or I think they call them themes. I'm more nervous that you're going to have to pay for them. And knowing the Activision way, I would not be surprised if you had to pay for them. And that's just going to be outright a terrible decision. And it's going to be extremely scummy of them to be like, you can change the HUD, blah, blah, blah. And then it's going to be like, oh, yeah, but you have to pay $10 for it in a bundle. I know it's going to happen. And people might call me a Debbie Downer for that. I don't care. We know Activision by this point. If you think Activision has the player's best interest in mind, you're delusional. I'm just gonna say that, and you need to open your eyes. Next thing, equipment tables. Same thing. We still have equipment tables. You can still get, you know, equipment from the equipment tables. You can still buy score streaks. Like I said, maybe Curse will alleviate a lot of these problems that we have, you know, with these systems. Maybe once Cursed comes in and you can get the relics to make it as bare bones as possible, maybe it'll be super fun. I'm hopeful that will be the case. Like I said, I'm not holding my breath for it, because you can hold your breath until you're blue in the face and nothing's going to change. But the next most egregious thing, and of course I shouldn't use the word egregious for it, like it's a video game we're talking about, but in the same vein, we can't play zombies day 1 of the beta. At the time of recording this video, it is 9:56 a.m. on October 1st. The beta for zombies is not going to be active until day 2. They are heavy pushing us to play multiplayer, of which maybe I'll play a match or 2 of multiplayer, but knowing how bad the SBMM and the EOMM is, I know it's going to be just horrific. And they might turn it down for the beta to get people optimistic for the full build, but I know that the multiplayer is just going to be sweaty as heck. And the fact that we can't play zombies day 1 and enjoy it for the full duration of the beta is such a massive L. And this is something we see. Why is it that we take one good step forward? Like, hey, we get zombies in the beta. That's amazing. But it's day 2, and you can only play it for like 3 days. That's so stupid. And I don't know who is in charge of that change, but that is definitely one of the most ridiculous things I've seen coming out of a beta. Next thing, golden armor as a relic for Cursed. Now, I will have to get more details on that. That's one of the things that Treyarch tweeted out themselves on their main account, is that golden armor is going to be a reward in Cursed. Now, I don't think I really like that. Like, they keep saying that Cursed is supposed to be the classic mode, the classic mode, the classic mode. Well, can we use these relics in like the main map, you know, mode right now, you know, when we unlock them? Or can they only be used in Cursed? Because that's not a classic feature. Golden armor in general is not a classic feature. I'm hoping that there's going to be relics to just completely disable armor, completely disable zombie damage scaling, you know, so they don't one-tap you and it goes back to traditional. Well, if we're talking traditional, 2-hit down and 5-hit down with Jug, or 6-hit down with Jug. I don't remember exactly what it was, but these relics that they're going to implement, I'm more concerned now with the implementation of them and what they're going to give you and make you play with. But we'll see. I'm hopeful for Curse. I'm hoping it's going to be good, but we'll see. We'll see how it is. The last thing I have on this list right now is walking operator menu. Like, can we not have a unique menu ever again with the Warzone integration? Does everything have to look like Warzone for them? Like, it's just getting to the point now where it's so the lack of distinction from Warzone to multiplayer to zombies is just abysmal. Like, you just get the walking operators. Ooh, you need to see your $30 skin in every menu to remind you that you can buy more $30 skin. Like, it's just so stupid. And do you remember how good the menus used to look back in the day? Like, Black Ops 2 had the coolest freaking menu we'll ever see in any zombies game, because I'm guessing we'll never get a unique menu ever again because lack of creativity, and Activision probably wants everything to look like Warzone. But it's a shame that they may have had a chance to make this menu at least somewhat unique, and it's just us walking again. We're just operators walking. You know, it's just ridiculous. But overall, from what we saw yesterday, I figured I'd give it a final rating. I would say Black Ops 7 looks like a 6 out of 10. You know, and it's funny because Black Ops 7 looks like a 6. Oh, wait, 6, 7? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm sorry, brain rot. We've been burned by Activision so many times throughout these last years, and I know that that's our fault for buying the game. It's my fault for purchasing Black Ops 6 and Modern Warfare 3, even if it was discounted. It is my fault for purchasing the game. You know, I'm contributing to it, but we've been burned by Activision so many times at this point that I know it's going to happen again. I know that as much as they can talk up this game and say that it looks good and that they're going to support it for an entire year, I know that that's more than likely not going to happen. I know support will probably be pulled 6 months through, like we saw in Black Ops 6, and the lackluster updates will start to come out, and the garbage LTMs will start being poured into the game, and the maps that we're going to get are probably just going to be survival maps, and it's going to be like, okay, cool. Like, one new round-based map per season is going to be really cool. I'll say that, but don't say we're going to get, you know, 3 new maps next season when 2 of them are going to be survival maps. It's like, yeah, that's like technically half of a map. So I don't know. I guess I'm just splitting hairs at that point. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I'll be playing the game on Game Pass, of course, with the recent update to the Game Pass pricing and Game Pass Ultimate being $30 now. I have a free Game Pass trial card. I'll probably only play the game for that trial card duration, which is a month, and then I'll probably just not play it. I don't know if I'll buy the game. Even when it is discounted, I don't think it's going to be worth that, but I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping that this is the best zombies experience we've had since Black Ops 2. I know it's not going to happen, but hey, you're just hoping, right? Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Are you going to buy the game? Are you excited for the game? Are you going to play the game at all? Watch it? Let me know. Everybody, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys stay hydrated. Hope you guys stay healthy. Hope you have a phenomenal rest of your day. Take care, everybody.